Movie theaters, as we know them, might be gone forever. Like the AMC theaters where you can sit back in the seat and go like this and watch a movie. Like, oh, this is so comfortable, AMC. Thank you for installing these seats. Anyways, those days might be gone. And yes, I know the beard makes me look old as shit, people, but I ain't back at work yet, so I ain't gonna shave. Was the wife gonna force me to shave? She's asleep. She didn't hear that. Um, I'm hearing a lot of people out there saying, like, I really don't care if the movie industry goes under, the movie theater industry goes under, at least to the grand scale of IMAX stadium theaters. Like, your independent theaters will always have a place. There'll always be nostalgia for, re-airing classic films and, going down to the hippie district of your town where there's like a 50-seat theater, stuff like that. Those type of things will always have a place in culture. Always have a place in existence, no matter what the economy crisis is for the time. Excuse me. Jeez. Manners. But here's the thing. People seem to be content with saying, like, well, I don't care. Just put everything on Netflix or put everything on, like, pay-per-view. I mean, I could watch a movie at home for $5 instead of paying $20 and going into a big crowded room of people making noise, of people I don't know, and watching a film that I'm looking forward to, and there's a kid crying behind me the whole time. Like, I hear the words of people like that, but careful what you wish for, because I don't think a lot of people understand what this will do for the industry if movie theaters as we know them, the big scale movie theaters as we know them, don't exist, or even one of them ceases to exist. If something like AMC, which is in tremendous financial peril right now because they haven't been open for months, and this is the thing, when things open back up, one of the last things you're going to want to do right now, without some sort of cure for COVID or preventative treatment for COVID right now, is go into a enclosed space with a number of people and sit there for an hour plus at a time. Like, that's going to be one of the last things people are going to want to be yearning to do, no matter what movie comes out. And going on to the whole what movie comes out thing, even if theaters were to open back up today, they would not open to full capacity. There's some, movie theaters that are opening up across the country right now in states that are dropping their COVID restrictions. And they're having things like, you can fill to half capacity or 3/4 capacity. Major motion picture companies are not going to like that. So these AMCs, these Regal theaters, stuff like that, that need major blockbusters to be released, what major blockbuster is going to be released if theaters aren't open into full capacity? Because here's the thing. You may hate Star Wars films or Transformers films or Fast and the Furious films, stuff like that. But the bottom line is those movies put butts in seats and they build movie theaters. Your artsy fartsy flicks, and don't worry, I'm a fan of artsy fartsy flicks too. Low budget made movies and movies along those lines. Those movies don't build movie theaters. Those are a nice treat to be like the quote unquote adult watching a film that, fellow adults are going to be in, and you're not going to have this screaming kid behind you, hopefully. Those are a nice treat, but they don't build movie theaters. They just help make the industry a more rounded experience. Like, you don't have to live off of seeing special effects in every film. But the bottom line is those special effects type movies, they build movie theaters and they help keep the industry afloat. So even if movie theaters were to open back up, one, like I said, you're not going to get them open into full capacity. And two, you're not going to see any major motion picture, even if their movie is in the can already, like say that new Wonder Woman movie that was supposed to come out earlier this month. You're not going to see them just dropped in the movie theaters. Why would they do that? No major motion picture is going to drop a top tier film halfway into summer almost, or without months of advertising leading up to it, and the whole spiel where you get all the actors and actresses on all the talk shows, etc., leading up to the film. So people are going to be like, well, that's good. I can get to, see it just on pay-per-view at home right away or upload to Netflix. Here's the thing. That's good for the temporary, but for the constant future, that spells doom because these movies, like a top tier franchise, like a Marvel movie, etc., Star Wars, that gets hundreds of millions of dollars invested in it, they do that hoping that they can get hundreds of millions of dollars back. Releasing something to a home pay-per-view thing, unless they make it like, $20, $40 to watch it on pay-per-view, you're just not going to get that many people seeing it because instead of the family paying $20 per ticket for each one of you to go see something on a Friday night, one of you can pay $20 and have the whole family over and friends over, have 20 people in your house to watch it for a one-time fee. Movie theaters aren't going to movie companies aren't going to dig that notion. They want people paying singular tickets to movie theaters to watch their film. They don't want a one-time purchase and have however many people you want over at your home to watch the movie. So with that being said, you are then going to start seeing less and less of these big Hollywood blockbusters made. It's just going to make sense to not make them. So careful what you wish for, people. You might be very comfortable with the notion of like, oh, I'm just going to watch movies on Netflix now. That's okay. But to all you fans of like, the Star Wars type movies, these new Avatar movies that James Cameron has in the can or is in the middle of filming, you think he's going to want to put them right on Netflix? Or if one of the major motion picture companies, distribution companies like an AMC movie theater chain goes out of business, do you think he's going to want to put them out there? No. He's going to want to keep producing them at the cost that they are at right now? No. You're going to see drastic financial cutbacks. The financiers of these movies are going to demand that there's drastic cutbacks. So careful what you wish for, people. And I wish I could be more of an optimist about this because I love going to movie theaters. It's been a staple of my whole life. But the realistic possibility is these major motion picture chains, like these IMAX theaters, stadium seat theaters, they may be gone potentially forever. And that is a very realistic possibility right now. The stocks are plummeting for all these movie companies, some movie companies, and all of the motion picture theater companies right now. They're all plummeting, and rightfully so. Just one summer of just complete negative, even if they open up just negative losses of money right now, is crippling to the motion picture theater industry right now. And it's a shame, but hey, that is what it is. But it just goes to show you when you bank on an industry that has to have the big colossal blockbusters to keep it afloat. And it speaks volumes that, anyone that doubts, the importance of those big money spectacle blockbuster type movies that are 80% CGI now, they were very important to the industry. And if movie theaters fall, people are going to realize that very well, how much they were to the industry. Anyways, it's kind of sad that we lost that we're potentially losing that aspect of our entertainment lives. But then again, I'm just trying to make something to take off the seriousness of the world right now. And just, anyway, what are your guys' thoughts of if movie theaters just basically disintegrate to just nothing more than just like I said, that 50-seat theater in your downtown proper district of your town? Like, if that's all that's left, would you be fine with that? Would you be fine with just like independent type films being made? Because this could have serious ramifications across everything, across TV, because a lot of these TV companies are cross-financed by what their film industry, portions of their industry, is bringing in as well. So things may get just completely different. Like the way of how mom and pop businesses are probably going to fall and we're going to rely more on Amazon. Like Netflix and Amazon might be the only thing left in our lives 10 years down the road. Like, it's crazy, but that's not that crazy of a thing to to comprehend right now. Anyway, just a little something. Just wanted to give a little different flavor to the seriousness of things in the world right now. Talk about movies. That is all.